So I ran out of time during that first demonstration, so let me continue on. So I'm back in the schedule here, and I have 9 tests completed over here. And if I close the schedule here, save and close, it's going to move everything that's completed over into the thing called the test tracker, where we'll work with the test from then on. But before I leave here, let me show you these printer icons over here on the right. I can individually print a test. I'll close that. And also I can add information with this little yellow button. I can add some information that will be printed on these when I print the schedule. So I'll save and close this. I'll get out of there. And I'm going to save and close this. And it says 9 tests are being moved over to the test tracker. So I'll say OK. And I'm going to go over to the test tracker now. I'm going to change the status so it says just show me the unsent ones. And I can print from here if I like, or I can email these tests. And these are all set up to be emailed. That's determined by the Water District record. And they're all going to go to a phony Aardvark Backflow, which is a phony email address of mine. So I noticed that there's Issaquah, Redmond, and 4 for Seattle. So each PDF, each email is going to consist of just one email to each water district containing all of tests for that destined to that water district. So let me select all of the buttons over here. I can do these individually if I want, but I'll select all the unsent ones, and I'll click on email. Right now it's building an email for each water district. It's showing up on the screen. Sometimes it shows up down here on the status line. Now this is 4 tests destined for Issaquah, and if I clicked on this, I could look at all 4 of those PDF files. But rather than click on the send button here, I'm just going to close these. Close this one. I'll close the 1 test being sent to Redmond, and I'll close the email for the 4 tests being sent to Seattle. And now, so that's done. They're all sent off to the water districts at this point. Now, if I go back to schedule, click on the schedule icon here, you'll notice none of those tests are here. Only the tests for the future tests are in the schedule. So let me go back to the dashboard. I noticed something here. When tests for the annual maintenance program become due, they show up here in the middle section of the dashboard. In this case, there's only 1 showing up, but let me go to the annual maintenance program, which is this icon right here. Also, the annual maintenance program can be accessed by these buttons on the left, but I'm going to use the icon here. I'm going to go over the annual maintenance program, and there's only 1 person to be scheduled here, so I'm going to say email upcoming. So it just shows the 1 person, Paul Johnson. I'll say send an email. So it builds a message, email message to Paul Johnson, and a canned message that says, hey, you have at least 1 test available. And so I'll send that off, and again it's going to go to my phony email address, and now you notice that they've been notified. So when that person responds, then we come back here and we schedule the test. We'd go right here and schedule upcoming, and we'd open up the schedule and we'd select the date and put that person on the schedule. So that's all there is to that. Let me go over here just while I still have time in this demo. I'm going to print an invoice. I see that we have Christy Spencer here. It's going to have 2, so maybe I want to print an invoice before I go to that customer. So I'll say new invoice, and I'll say that Christy Spencer has 2, and maybe we're charging $50 for each test. And then I'll say process the invoice. I'll say print the invoice, and there's the invoice that would be printed that we drop off at the customer site for $100. And if I look over in invoices due, I would see Christy Spencer's invoice is due, and so I would have a list of all the invoices due here in the amount down here in the bottom. So I don't have much time left, so I'm going to conclude this second part of the demonstration at this point. Hopefully that was valuable information for you. Thank you very much.